evening and welcome to tonight's regional news. We now start with a story from Venezuela. The measles outbreak in Venezuela is under control following a series of actions taken by the country together with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, and its partners, including a countrywide vaccination campaign that reached almost 9 million children between the ages of 6 months and 15 years. According to PAHO, between the onset of the outbreak in July 2017 and 2019, the country reported 7,054 cases and 84 deaths. In 2018, there were 5,779 new cases and 75 deaths. By last year, that number had dropped by 91% to 548 new cases and 3 deaths. A little over 62% of cases were children under age 5. In the context of the difficult socio-political and economic situation that the country is experiencing, PAHO experts expressed satisfaction with having successfully controlled the outbreak. Together with UNICEF, PAHO supported the Venezuelan Ministry of People's Power for Health to ensure that refrigeration units in the country's 24 states would properly preserve vaccines despite frequent interruptions in power supply. PAHO also trained the teams responsible for cold chain management. And now for news in Jamaica. There is no case of the novel coronavirus in Jamaica, but some Chinese restaurants are feeling the heat from the disease, which has forced major fast food chains and retailers in China to shut their doors as the death toll from the virus rises. However, some Chinese and Japanese restaurants across the island said there was no fall off in sales. However, two establishments reported losses and concern for the outbreak. A representative from the Big China restaurant in Portmore explained that business had declined by close to 50%. The Big China restaurant representative also shared that the issue spans other Asian restaurants locally, especially Japanese ones, and the tendency of locals is to classify all people of Asian descent as Chinese. While there is no confirmed case in Jamaica, the government on Friday banned all travel to and from China on the heels of the World Health Organization declaring the outbreak of the novel coronavirus as a global emergency. And finally, news from Puerto Rico. A magnitude 5 earthquake on Tuesday struck Puerto Rico, where people are still on the edge from a series of quakes after last month's deadly 6.4 Templar. It was the 11th earthquake of at least that size in the past 30 days, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The earthquake's center was 13 miles southeast of Guanaca on the southwest coast, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Shelters were already emptying shortly after the quake hit at 10:45 a.m., but it left several municipal employees requiring emotional assistance. Guayanilla Mayor Nelson Torres Jordan told newspaper El Nuevo, for Puerto Rico's earthquakes families, trauma continues thousands of miles from home. The magnitude 6.4 earthquake on January 7 left one person dead, destroyed dozens of homes and structures, and left 300,000 without water and two-thirds of the island without power. Since late December, a series of earthquakes of magnitude 2 or greater have rattled Puerto Rico, hitting infrastructure already weakened from Category 5 Hurricane Maria that struck the island in September 2017. And that was all for tonight's regional news. Thank you for joining, and